Well folks, time to get the worms out. That's right, get the worms on the lawn. If you remember from last year, I've done a video on this stuff here. These are nematode worms for your garden, for your lawn, to help kill crane flies or daddy long-legged larvae. The little leatherjacks that eat the grass roots and the lawn and kill your lawn throughout the year and throughout the winter time. Done a video on this last year on how to use these things and stick them down, and I have to say these were fantastic. Basically, I'm putting this down to two things: these and the Motion robotic lawnmowers, the Luba and that. I think from them there and this, it's helped keep the soil so much healthier. But these especially, this is the first year our lawn hasn't just died away. Every single year after the winter time, spring comes along, there's just no grass left. Bits out the back will be going yellow, and some bits will be completely bare, but the front lawn will just be completely gone, just muck and no grass left. You have to re-sow it every single year because of these wee boys. These are wee pests in the garden. This is the only way to kill them now, and I've had great results with this, so I'm putting it down straight away this year to give it a good helping hand to make sure it doesn't happen again. So this is just another video on how to use this here. Shake the lawn here out, see how good it is since last year. So this normally just dies away. Over this side would sort of be okay, but the rest would just be going all yellow, and down here will be completely gone. But now it actually is looking quite good, and this is only April, only the start of spring, and it still hasn't died. Now I've cut this already. I've cut it with the wee Makita, and we've had the Luba Mini out a few times as well, so she's well cut down to about 25mm, but she's still a bit damp. Nothing you can really do about that. A wee bit of a puddle over here. Never really grows very well that spot because of the water. But we're going to do a wee video now on putting down these leatherjacks, these here worms for the leatherjacks, and help the lawn. But that there is looking fantastic after the winter. It's never come up that well again. Now these aren't the be all end all. They're not going to suit everybody. For one, not everybody's going to want to be working with little worms. Now they're tiny. Once you actually get, these are the eggs inside. You put them in water and you're mixing them up, and the eggs hatch basically as soon as they get into the water, and the little worms come out. But they're microscopic. You can stick your finger in the paste and you won't even see them unless you really zoom in with the camera. You might be able to see them wiggling around a wee bit. You can't really, you don't see them at all. It's not like a big massive worm. They're teeny, they're microscopic. So they go into the soil and they attack the larvae, the leatherjacks, and they basically eat them from the inside out. And then they start a new life cycle then of making new eggs and keeping them in the garden. So once they're in, they do a good job. But these here are expensive. This wee packet does about 100 square meters. So small suburban garden, perfect. Likes of mine, which is only like 0.1 or 0.2 of an acre. Grand for that. But any more, you're going to need more packets. And a £20 a packet is quite expensive. But here in Ireland and the UK, and I think most of Europe, this is really all there is. You can't really get anything else. There's no spray you can put down in the grass anymore now that kills the leatherjack. They've banned it. It's all been done away with. So it's either this or cover the whole garden in a tarp and let it sit there till sometime in the morning, and then pull the tarp off and let the birds have their feast. If you cover the whole lawn, the leatherjacks will still come to the surface and they'll feed in the dark under the cover. The once you pull them off, then all the birds will see them and they'll all go down. That'll also help it. You need a big massive tarp up in the lawn all night long, and you have to do it quite a few times. A wee bit more labour intensive. This is dear, but very easy to do. All you need is a bucket and a watering can. That's it. One tip is, if you are putting it on, get a drill with a whisk and really stir it up, really agitate it in the water to break them all down, because if they get any wee bits in, that just clogs up the spout on the watering can. So get it in a bucket, 10 litres of water, 5 litres of water, 10 litres of water, mix it all up. Then pour some onto your watering can, fill it up the rest of the way with fresh water, and just start spreading it over your lawn. 100 square meters you can do. Really, you'd need 2 doses, about 4 to 6 weeks apart, but it's quite expensive. I did this once last year and got great results, so definitely recommend this here if you haven't bothered with the leatherjacks. So this is just going to be a wee how-to video on how to do this. So when you get this stuff, make sure you store it in the fridge whenever you receive it. Don't be just leaving it at room temperature. Keep it in the fridge. I think it'll last for about 4 weeks or so, or till the date's up on the packet. So this will be good to the beginning of next month if you keep it in the fridge. If it's in the fridge, you're grand. So store it till you need it. When you get a good bit of weather, you can go out and put it out. But the ground needs to be above 10 degrees Celsius. So it's about 14 degrees now. So I'm going to stick it out here as early as possible. And try not get it on your hands or all over the benches I did last year, because they are little tiny worms. Now, the only thing you're going to need is a bucket. I'm just going to use an old paint bucket basically. It's been lying around for years. It's not even all that clean. Well, I'll give it a wee rinse out here. There's a bit of stuff in the bottom. It's only a bit of muck. I'll just rinse that out so the wee bits don't clog up the spout as well. Rinse it with anything at all, just to mix this here stuff up, and then we'll get it out in the lawn. So we'll rinse this here first and put about 5 or 10 litres of water into it. Even the front lawn still survived the winter. Now, all you need is a bucket and a stick just to stir it up, and then a watering can to apply it. But the handiest thing and quickest is definitely a little whisk, and just use a drill for it. Now, because we're dealing with worms, I'm just going to pull out the cheap and cheerful me lift, the wee £50 one on the teardown video on. Class wee drill, and let's face it, if it's going to be risked getting covered in worms, I'd rather get this one covered in worms. So this just speeds up the mixing process. Get that ready and get these boys on. Now, I spilt them last year and it went all over the bench. And it's not exactly something you want to be cleaning up. Try not spill it. But they're only eggs at the minute, so don't worry too much about it if you do. And they're not dangerous. Just get it all in there. Get as many of the wee boys on the soil as possible. And then just give it a good mix up. You see there's plenty of little bits in there. If you leave it like that there, just give it a light stir, all them bits is just going to get into all the little holes in your water spout on your watering can and just clog them, and you'll be forever just poking them out to free them up again. Give it a really good mix. That should hopefully be enough. I'll stick a wee bit on here so we can have a look at them when they hatch. Remember last year I used this one simply because it has a wide spout, and I already drilled out all these here little holes just to make them a little bit bigger so it doesn't clog as much, but it does empty the watering can extra fast. So I think from memory I might have done this with more mixture, so I had to put down more watering cans, had to do more trips to get the whole lawn covered basically. So now this is the slow part. Just going back and forth, pouring this in the lawn, fill it up again, put another wee spoonful into this, and just keep going back and forth. Just stir up the bits again. And keep going. Now if you're thinking this is a wee bit cruel in the poor wee leatherjacks, they don't feel a thing. Not until after they've been eaten from the inside out. Wee buggers. The front lawn here is where we had the most bother, so I'm giving this an extra dose of it. Just to make sure. I just, out of curiosity, want to see what these things look like. I want to see if they're alive too. So we'll see if we can have a look at them. Get out the Ulefone here. Yes, still sporting the Ulefone phone. Class job. I'm going to see if I can have a look at with this. I sent this in for the last video and I've barely ever used it, so have we go at it now. A wee microscope you can actually get for their phones. Microscope or a wee endoscope camera. This will come in handy for this. Why would that be stuck to there? That's a wee cover. This comes with a wee quick connector. We got power. Lights are on. Like I said, don't even know if these things are alive or not. Class, look at that. Can't see anything there anyway. I don't want to stick it under there. Last time you could just see it in a wee spelt bit. A wee piece here, this spelt. Can't actually see them moving around. Look. Not that there's an awful lot to see. There they are. A few wee worms. They are teeny. Right enough, they are tiny wee things. Just down here on a little splash basically. It's not the best setup on the screen, is it? Leave that sort of zoomed in. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it's better. Now we can record and actually put it on the screen. So yeah, definitely plenty of action going on there. Look. You can just see them all writhing about. It's a cool wee camera actually. You can imagine getting them on your finger ain't going to be too big a deal anyway. There ain't exactly much on it to even see. Pretty cool. It's a handy wee piece of kit there. Like that. And that Ulefone is coming in handier and handier all the time. Don't use it all the time. When you need it, it's very handy to have. I'm going to stick that screw back in again because this thing does get kicked about an awful lot and gets left outside. Because she's fully waterproof as well, but I don't think it's going to be if you leave that screw out. Right. That's my curiosity sorted. And that's it. Couldn't be easier than that. Now the reason I've done this now today as well is because it might be blue skies up here. Over here it's about to rain. So after this is on, you really do want to water them and to make sure they get off the blades and into the soil because they have to be in contact with the clay. So if you put them down, do water them on, but it's about to rain here now anyway. That's why I wanted to do it now, just before the shower, and get them all washed on. But that's it. That'll hopefully keep the leatherjacks at bay.